POS fighting in tooth and nail to make sure that Simon Ekpa never regain his freedom. They have joined Adade Oranjo to be protesting why Finland must give Simon Ekpa, or rather, why should they approve his appeal. Tomorrow now we will keep on shouting, no one son of Yoruba man, more wine was Jaka, you wine. I want Jaka at Omananga. I want to show ya Oman. Ghana, the whole countries, Indonesia, all Ndibo so when he Vietnam, Ndibo so when he China, Ibono so when he Thailand, Cambodia, Hong Kong, even Macau, Indonesia, all these countries, how want to so when he actually me, I told you now I blame. Well, any phenomena, Kanu and Ekpa, the international dimension, and why any illegal connection of the two will fail. In other words, they say that whatever they are doing, say may they no bring Simon Ekpa, saying they among the Igbos. In fact, they say the guy is an outcast, according to one article I read from one of them in X. I think that one, it was last night. It is not something meaningful. I would have said, okay, let me bring it to my platform. But let me just use this one to cover. So, and I don't see what thing that happen now. And I don't get supporters. You don't get people who join her now. Say, somebody no need to come out, so say make him go relax inside prison. My brother, this one on our touch, not aqua. But whichever way it is, let me read the news, because on how no problem. After medical checkup, P2B don't resume public activities. This guy, I'm one in hog. Make I know what thing cause him. Even Abiola Akonya or for P2B, Abiola will be better than this guy. Anyway, my people, I beg you, like this information, I say make I come share with the general public. Make I come see say, Hausa, Yoruba, Fulani, Efiki, Idoma. In fact, both Oyibo, I want UK or US, they are not our problem. Because all we can know, but I can na easy, they were Ngugu, Dena Ngiga. I mean, Nguazo Dena Ngiga. So what I go to where I want a boozo, real wine before on the mother, where for I love wine, where those in a buy tackle from left, right, and center. Okay, please, if you get this message, kindly let me know what you think at the comment section of the video. As you are watching, please kindly subscribe. Another clearly pronounced international dimension of the Biafran struggle is in the contrasting cases of Nnamdi and Simon Ekpa. While both men are connected to the case of Biafra, the global community and all people of good conscience have treated their circumstances very differently. And rightly so, Kanu remains at the center of an unresolved international human rights dispute. Whereas Ekpa's conviction has been seen as justice served as against a man sponsoring and coordinating criminality in the southeast of Nigeria. You see the difference? You see what I said? This message is going viral. It's going to the international community. Let me repeat what they said. They said that Kanu remains at the center of an unresolved international human rights dispute. Whereas Ekpa's conviction has been seen as justice served against a man sponsoring and coordinating criminality in the southeast of Nigeria. That is what they said. The same people defending Nnamdi Kanu, Ikenguru and the rest of them are also out there selling Nnamdi Kanu kobo na afo. Okay, Nnamdi Kanu's case is fundamentally political. His arrest and extraordinary rendition from Kenya to Nigeria in 2021 has been pronounced illegal by courts, and it has drawn condemnation from human rights organizations, foreign parliamentarians, and diaspora groups. His continued detention equally has been described as unlawful under international law, with concerns raised about his right to a fair trial, his deteriorating health, and the implications for Nigeria's adherence to global conventions. The United Nations Working Group on Arbitrary Detention has even called for his unconditional release, confirming that Kanu's case has transcended Nigeria's borders and entered the arena of global human rights advocacy. Simon Ekpa, by contrast, has been widely accused of using the Biafra cause as a cover to unleash terror in innocent civilians, from his comfortable base in Finland. He reportedly issued sit-at-home orders, many of which led to killings, destruction of property, and economic paralysis across the southeast of Nigeria. Let me pause here and ask you, I beg, these people say that Simon Ekpa is unleashing terror. Since Simon Ekpa have been out of the way, there have been countless killings. In fact, war is ravaging Okigwe and all the whole part of Olu. So now Simon Ekpa is giving order for all these things from inside detention, right? Simon Ekpa said does not have full right to use phone inside his detention. You see how we are selling ourselves? Come on, half. Okay, let me ask you. Simon Ekpa is unleashing terror, and killing of civilians, right, in southeast. So I beg people who have been killed in Benue Plateau countless times on countless occasions with a good number of people being burnt alive. I beg na Simon Ekpa, right? 61 military people were been unalive the other day in Bronu by Boko Harams. Maybe na Simon Ekpa or Simon Ekpa's boys. Anyway, his conviction by a finance court is therefore seen by many as overdue justice. An international system holding to account a man whose online rhetoric and verified criminal participations translated into bloodshed on the streets of Igbo land. Yet, this same DOS could not do anything to safeguard these people that are being killed. Okay, let me ask you, when Simon Ekpa was given these orders, DOS, who is under the government of IPOB, maybe they have ESN. Why then they did not counter these people? At least stop them. Because there is a difference between I was there before you come. You know, collecting ranks in the army, it depends on how educated you are or how long you have been on the army, or what war you have been able to fight and win. Or maybe wars you have been able to attend. So these guys in the ESN, if they are truly working for the Biafrans, when all these things were happening, they're supposed to organize themselves and then unleash that mayhem on these ones you said that Ekpa are the one who recruited them. But there's nothing of such. And I see Amabi. Anyway, let us continue. Politically, Kanu remains the recognized leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, and the face of Biafra's demand for a referendum. His case continues to force Nigeria into the uncomfortable position of explaining to the world why it has chosen repression over dialogue. Ekpa, on the other hand, has been widely disowned by pro-Biafra groups and others who view his actions as sabotaging the movement, deepening insecurity, and strengthening the credibility of the struggle before the international community. Let me ask, who are the elders? Is it the same elders who condemned Nnamdi Kanu? Is it because Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped? That was why you see all of them who condemned him now are calling for his release. Are they the same elders? You want them to support Ekpa, right? Okay. In the end, the international dimension of Kanu and Ekpa's case could not be more different. Kanu's legal battle is a question of justice, human rights, and the legitimacy of Biafra's demand for self-determination. Ekpa's conviction, meanwhile, is a clear message that criminality, even when cloaked in political rhetoric, will not be tolerated. Okay, these two cases present Nigeria and its judiciary with a choice to separate genuine agitation from violent criminality. Ekpa is causing mayhem and you are calling him a causing terror, while Nnamdi Kanu is still standing trial. And you think that the Nigerian zoo who are looking for where to hold hand to jail as Nnamdi Kanu will not look towards that direction and say, oh, Ekpa now is whether you see it as it's get connection with Nnamdi Kanu or not, as long as he is calling for liberation of Biafra. Okay, what about the innocent Jews that are being killed in our land by military personnel who tag them IPOB, that they are member of IPOB, a terrorist organization, even when they are not? IPOB is headed by Nnamdi Kanu, right? And these guys were being killed even when they are not, simply because they are youth in Biafra land. Then they tag them IPOB members and then abduct them. Either they keep them alive in a faraway prison in the north, or they have buy them and sell their organs. So let me ask, so those ones now, are they connected to Nnamdi Kanu or not? Even when they are not. So for you condemning Simon Ekpa, that yes, that his conviction is due. My brother, watch your back and watch your mouth, because if you do it one man, I'm not saying that Nigerian government is now should look that way and they say okay now they have to jail, but let me tell you the truth. Nigerian government keep Nnamdi Kanu since just looking for a way to find him guilty, just small guilty. My brother, they will send that guy to life imprisonment. They have tried many things they can to see that they found at least, even if just small guilty, they couldn't find Nnamdi Kanu. And now Ekpa own happened, and you people waiting for Nnamdi Kanu to come out and now justify Ekpa's conviction while you are agitating for Nnamdi Kanu to be released. My brother, if you happen to be the judge holding Nnamdi Kanu's case, how far? How would you think? All of these people are having thousands of people online every day bringing them information about everything that got to do with Simon Ekpa's case. All of these people, all of them, both the ones in the judiciary and the ones in the government offices. And then our people will be online shouting, Ekpa is a terrorist, Ekpa is a criminal. They are happy celebrating that Ekpa has been jailed, while Yorubas are busy celebrating that their son was released. Even when the guy was captured, all of them, including Obasanjo, went to Benin Republic and tell these people to leave him. Whether he do good or he do bad, they don't care. But when you talk about our own, they tell you, no, we are outspoken. We don't hide evil. Nobody tell you should hide evil. Nobody. All of us know that Simon Ekpa is fighting for Biafrans, not on his own pocket. And yet, all of you condemned him simply because he didn't join your bandwagon of siphoning money from Biafrans. Okay, let's see. He said, okay, these two cases present Nigeria and its judiciary with a choice to separate genuine agitation from violent criminality and to engage meaningfully with the real issues driving the call for Biafra. Justice James Omotosho must note that Nigeria's constant disobedience to court orders and failure to respect even its own laws have not been to its best interest. As the current presiding judge, Omotosho must be man enough to stand for the right, unlike those that handled the IPOB leader's case before him. After medical break, Peter Obi resumes public activities. A former 2023 Labour Party presidential candidate, Peter Obi, has returned to the public engagement following a brief medical rest. Nigeria News report that the medical rest that led to the suspension of his scheduled appearances over the weekend. Record that the former Anambra State Governor on Saturday announced the medical break in a statement posted on his official X, formerly known as Twitter. He revealed that he fell ill while attending a tourism event in Enugu on Friday, adding that his doctor had advised him to suspend all engagement within and outside Nigeria for the weekend. I am complying with the doctor's advice and will be taking a short break, during which I will not be able to meet up with scheduled engagements, Obi had stated. In a statement on Monday, Peter Obi said he began by honoring a long-standing promise to visit an SME owned by a Nigerian entrepreneur he had encountered during his travels, citing international examples such as Bangladesh, where textile accounts for over 70% of national exports, generating over $50 billion annually. Obi lamented that the collapse of Nigeria's textile industry, which once played a major role in the economy, our textile sector has greatly collapsed and now contributes very little to the national economy. This shows how much untapped potential lies within our borders, he said. Investing in small businesses is key to lifting millions out of poverty and positioning Nigeria as a global player in creativity and trade. Peter Gregory Obi, I talk this one. Anyway, my good people, let me not take much of your time, or let me not say the whole thing. I would also like you to drop your own personal opinion at the comment section of this video. As you are watching, please kindly subscribe and share, like and comment. Kemensiano, my people. I love you all.